Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
I'm Pat. We're the Minor Brothers.
Today, we're doing our picks for the ADHD. You can only take 5 bottles with you. Which bottles are you going to be taking? Let's get into it.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Before we get started with the ADHD Whiskey Challenge, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, drop some comments, do all that regular stuff for us. Help us out a little bit. This is an interesting challenge, Matt.
Yeah, this is. He just did a thing where he's like, hey, he's going to take 5 with you.
Yeah, he's getting ready to move. And he's like, if I could only take 5 bottles, what 5 bottles would I take? And you put it out to the rest of the whiskey tube to try. And you sit there and you think to yourself, okay, what would I take if I had to move somewhere and I can't take all of that with you?
I would cry. I would cry a lot. There was a lot of work that went into all of that.
Yes.
But we'll start with the very first one. What we're drinking tonight for me.
Yep.
Maker's Mark 46 cask strength. I'm very partial to it because it's one of the very first cask strengths that I got into that really got the proof up there for me and really developed my palate a little bit more than just. Granted, I did do Makers after having Jack, Jack Black on the rocks or whatever, but like. This is sort of like the first thing that sort of kicked me up to start trying new and other things and really getting the proof up there. And it's a great tasting bottle, and I think just a phenomenal pick overall.
Definitely. I'm going to kind of follow in your footsteps a little bit. Not with that, but some Buffalo Trace. Bring on the hate. So, it got me into bourbon. This is the first bourbon that I had that I was like, wow, I really like that. And, it's hard to find. Can you find it? Yes. In our area, it's very hard to get. It's a cheap one. I know that. I understand that. But it's just, that the sentimental thing of what got us into it. I love the Buffalo Trace line, the products. Hence the reason we got, Big Buffalo here behind us. So that's my pick. I would definitely go great for every occasion. Buffalo Trace.
My next one is going to be Weller Full Proof. Very first Weller I tried was the Special Reserve. Disappointed by it.
Yeah, I think it's just because there's so much hype. Like when you hear somebody say, "Oh, this movie's freaking awesome," and you go and you have expectations of freaking awesome, and it's a good movie, but it's not what you had built it up to in your head. I wonder if that kind of happened for the Special Reserve or not.
But this was a great bottle.
That met expectations. Definitely.
It was great. So and it's hard to get. It's the very first one that we ever have gotten.
Yep.
And it's great.
I can see why people pay secondary for it. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily pay secondary for it. We got that at retail. But I can see why people do
I wish secondary pricing would go away, but it is what it is.
All right. So one I would take with me is E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. So we have spent years looking for this to get our hands on it, to try it. Now, the small batch, some people say is better than the single barrel. That's an argument that can go back and forth. But I feel like you can get your hands on small batch a lot easier than you can single barrel. So That's why I went single barrel for my selection.
One of my next ones, Eagle Rare. And I would take this bottle with me because it is my go-to bottle right now. Between that, Makers has always been my daily drinker. But right now, Makers, even though it's in my decanter upstairs, has taken a backseat to Eagle Rare. And this is one that I love to drink. It's always a good sip. It's always just a good, relaxing night when you throw this on the rocks and just sit, kick back with a cigar or something.
Yep. And it's getting harder to find. We've got lucky. We found somebody who had a bunch of it, so we were able to get our hands on a bunch of it. But outside of that, it's definitely hard to get. We had our honey hole that dried up.
Definitely did.
My next one, Remus Repeal.
Yes. The one I wish I would have bought more of.
Yeah. Didn't have any expectations of what it was when we bought it and got into it, and it's delicious.
Yep.
And it's kind of become one of our special occasion type ones, just because we want to savor it. Yeah, I mean, it's
really good juice in there.
Oh, delicious. The level of flavors in it is just out of this world. Absolutely fantastic.
So my next one is probably one of my top 2 favorite drinks. Stag Junior. I absolutely love it. I was in awe the very first time I actually saw the bottle up at the register and was like, yes, I finally found it after so much hunting, so much hard work. Like the amount of times that I went to places looking, sold out by the time I got there, and all this other stuff.
I swear you looked at it like you looked at your firstborn.
It basically was. It was right there up with that moment in my life.
Yeah.
And because of it, it's...
I am going to say, I'm going to join you. I did the same thing. I also went Stag Junior. Because it is delicious. I mean, definitely one to pay. I paid secondary for a bottle because it is just that good. I absolutely love it. 100% with you on it. So
yeah, it has to go. And then my final pick, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. I mean, it is delicious.
Yeah.
It has such a flavor profile. It has such a great nose. It is just like it. Between that and Stag Junior are my top 2 bourbons, and I just absolutely love them. I would not want, if I could have to move this and the Stag, no matter what, are coming with me. The top 2 bottles.
Yeah, so this is going to be my number 5 pick as well. I hate to be piggybacking on you. I want to be different. I hate being just like you. But this one is going to sit up in the front seat with me on the way to the move.
Seatbelted in.
Seatbelted in. Yep. Wrapped in saran, bubble wrap, I mean, so hard to find. And just, wow. It is right on pace with the Stag, but the Stag was easier to get. The Stag we could at least get secondary, and I'm not paying $400 secondary for this. I don't feel that it's...
I don't think it's worth 400. Yeah, I'm not... It's going to take a lot for me to pay $400 for a bourbon.
Yeah.
Because I expect it to basically finish me off at that stage. And it's not going to do that. No. But this stuff it's worth the $175. It's worth the $200 that it's being at retail right now. It's definitely worth it. And just like the Stag, I think is it drinks at that price range. So I think the flavor, the nose, everything that you get out of that bottle is worth that amount compared to all that other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because, after having Stag and Cigar Blend, it's ruined a lot of other whiskeys for me because I'm just like, I have these expectations that are just not being met.
Like, this is what you want to drink all the time.
Yeah, oh my God, it's fantastic, but special occasion only type of thing.
Yeah. So, write down in the comments down below, what 5 bottles that you have are you taking with you if you could only take 5 during your move? And thank you guys for watching this. We hope you follow us along for all the other man shit we got coming along. Everybody have a good day.